With Lewandowski's future uncertain at Bayern, Dusan Vlahovic looks like a great replacement for the Polish striker. Let's get right into it. Welcome to Talking Bayern, the one-stop shop for Bayern Munich content on YouTube. Today we'll be doing a kind of a rumor and transfer analysis of Dusan Vlahovic to Bayern Munich and kind of what would happen if he were to come to Bayern. Quick background on him: he is a newcomer as a rising talent in Europe in the Serie A. He's been at Fiorentina since he was 18, and he arrived at Fiorentina from Partizan in 2018 for a fee of less than 2 million euros at the time. So why I like this transfer? He's obviously a great young talent. He's proven himself in not just the Serie A, but also on the national stage for Serbia. I know he's kind of, not come out of nowhere, but as I said, he had a transfer value of just like 2 million euros like 2 or 3 years ago. So obviously he's come out of not nowhere, but still, he's had kind of a meteoric rise, and obviously he's proving himself. It's not like it's just rising for no reason. He's obviously playing exceptionally well, and this season I think he's kind of taking it to different levels, almost a goal contribution a game in the Serie A. But obviously, he would be a very, very good option at striker for us. So how much would he cost? To be honest, unfortunately, a lot. Although Fiorentina isn't booming with transfer sales, so they might be looking to cash in on this one, and maybe they take a lesser fee and just kind of make the sale on it, make sure it doesn't leave on a free. But his contract expires in 2023, so there isn't quite an urgency just yet. But a player of this talent has to have real aspirations for playing for one of Europe's top clubs. And for being honest here, Fiorentina just isn't one of Europe's top clubs. His market value at the time of recording is 49 million euros, but could continue to rise if his form keeps up. Actually, could continue. It will continue to rise if his form keeps up. It's crazy to believe that in 2019 he had a market value of just 1.5 million euros. This player has clearly turned on the Jets and wants to be great. So where would he play? Well, he plays center forward / striker. He would play the same position for Bayern. Obviously, we would need a striker if Lewandowski leaves. Unfortunately, he isn't versatile, as this is the only position he has ever played during his professional career. Another good question we should ask ourselves is he better than what we already have? No. Robert Lewandowski is probably the best striker in the world at the moment, and he obviously could win the Ballon d'Or in just a few days. He's obviously a much better second option than Choupo-Moting. Vlahovic could be close to Lewandowski in a few years' time if Lewandowski does appreciate a bit, and obviously Vlahovic continues to appreciate his talent over time. The potential is certainly there. However, this transfer would be a replacement for Lewandowski. It wouldn't be a backup for the Polish striker. Obviously, Vlahovic is a bit too good to sit in the bench behind Lewandowski, and obviously he isn't good enough to straight up replace Lewandowski and play over him. So obviously, I would only see this transfer happening if Lewandowski were to leave. I really, really don't want it to happen. I'll make that completely clear. But if it were to happen, I think he's a very suitable backup. Do we have the money? Yes, we have the money. According to reports, we certainly have the money to make this acquisition. However, we really wouldn't be able to do much else for the next window with a big spend like this. But he does have 7 goals in just 14 games for Serbia, and he has 10 goals and 2 assists in just 13 games this season for Fiorentina. So obviously he's doing very, very well. He also has 2 cup goals in just 1 match this year as well. So he's obviously proving himself. According to SportBill's Bayern Insider podcast, Bayern Munich is keeping an eye on the striker Dusan Vlahovic as a potential successor to Robert Lewandowski. And with the club slated to hold contract extension talks with Lewandowski in the coming months, Bayern will have to decide whether they want to bring in a young player such as Vlahovic to usher in a new era, or if they want to, go for it and really get a big player like Erling Haaland, which obviously is a proven star. So kind of, let's say the 2 factors in this will be, how big of a deal Lewandowski wants and how expensive that deal would be, and how feasible it is to acquire Haaland. Obviously, that might not be attainable depending on what happens, and I don't know the exact kind of price they have on Haaland right now. I don't expect it to be cheap, so we might not be able to get Haaland. If we don't get Haaland and Lewandowski does leave, I think this is a really, really good option, and I think Bayern Munich see him as a great successor to Lewandowski if we are to go down this road. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you found it insightful. If you did, make sure to leave a like and a comment. If you want to see more Bayern Munich content like this in the future, please subscribe to this channel. I hope to see you all in the next one. Until then, Mia Samia.